Do you think that is actually the key for that kind of country to really tap into?
Absolutely, because you can't compete on the same. You haven't got the same population as other countries, so you've got to find something different. Where clearly it's that for Paraguay. With Wales, with us, we used a similar sort of thing. A bit like everyone's against us, we're tight knit, and we can use that passion going forward. But they're obviously a stubborn team, small population again, so they've got to even that out against a team like USA. They know they can frustrate them. They've got something that works, and they'll just continue going with that.
Because we were then talking about it off air, the contrast with Pochettino again, who has been very much, I'm not going to do a big sort of rabble-rousing, patriotic speech in the change room because my players shouldn't need that before they go out. It's a contrast of methods, I suppose.
It's a huge contrast of methods, and something obviously he's maybe thought of when he was playing, what helped him when he was playing. But do the players want that? Do they want that passion and desire of obviously being American here in a host country as part of the World Cup? But maybe his players know and understand, and they've been on the training pitch, they know what's needed, they know the tactics, they know the game plan. But I suppose it will come to fruition for him if he obviously isn't going to be doing that. But sometimes, you know, the adrenaline of a manager, they need to have that big talk. But he obviously thinks, no, my players know what they're doing, and sitting back and being like,
I don't know about you, Alan, but I preferred it when my manager, like we had Chris Coleman, he was very passionate, and he'd give you the rabble-rousing speech, and you'd go out feeling 7 foot tall.
But could he do that every time?
Yeah, he could do that when it was needed, which would be an occasion like this. But my only worry about that is, with all that passion and all that, you know, meaning so much, is that sometimes it can go the other way, and they're too pumped up and they come out firing and they're mistiming tackles. And I've seen that. I've been involved in those kind of games as well. So it's about controlling that emotion and channeling it in the right way.
I suppose, to be fair to Pochettino as well, the other thing, and you will have experienced this from a home tournament, his players have that moment of walking out into this stadium and their home crowd. You know, the majority of the 90,000 there will be on the USA side.
Yeah, and it's playing the occasion and not being sucked in with the pressure that comes with that. I think just take the first 10 minutes and soak up that pressure. Give the fans something to cheer about. First tackle, first header, first pass, first connection, that first fluidity as well within the team. So I think, you know, for the players, what an amazing stadium, what an amazing occasion. But they have to just grasp it now. This is a huge opportunity for USA and either for Paraguay as well to get points on the board, to obviously get through to the knockout stages.
Did you feel that there was more pressure with it being on home soil?
Yeah, I think for us, we just wanted this game to be over. not that we didn't enjoy it, but I think it's just that pressure of being like, it's spoken about for so long, it's been years in the making. Let's just get over the line, get points on the board, and let's get out of here.
They are, as you can see, making their way out onto the pitch. As Gabby made the point earlier when she was in the Canada-Bosnia game, it's the whole squad that comes out now for the opening bit and the anthems. But as she also made the point that for the Club World Cup, they came out individually, so thank goodness they're not doing that, otherwise we wouldn't be kicking off till 3 o'clock in the morning. I suppose there is a nice thing that it's the whole squad. I mean, actually, putting the cynicism to one side, it is quite nice it's the whole squad to do.
Yeah, absolutely, because you've got to think there's some players in the squad that maybe are not going to see any minutes at all in the tournament, but they have families and friends, and they've dreamed about this moment as well. So for them to get in on it is actually a nice moment. I think this is a nice change that they've done here, although obviously if you're watching it, it takes a little bit longer. But if we think of from the players' point of view, they actually get in the action. OK, let's head to LA then. We've heard from Danny Murphy already, and for the first time we can say hello to Steve Bauer alongside.
Thank you, chappers, as we pause for the national anthem of Paraguay.
República muerte, nuestro río emoción, libertad, ni opresores ni siervos alientan,
please remain standing if able for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Well, that was quite magnificent in this wonderful arena. And you can really feel the expectation and the optimism ahead here for the United States. They hope, just like back in '94, that these Americans can have a good tournament and inspire their nation and harness this wonderful support. I must say, now everyone has made their way into this stadium. There are very few spare seats to be had. They hope it's the beginning of a journey of special memories. Some setting here. This holds almost 70,000 at a cost of $5.5 billion. This will be the first of 8 games here in Los Angeles, which incidentally will also host the opening ceremony in 2 years' time of the Olympic Games. That's the man in charge of it all tonight, the Dutchman Danny McKelly. And his team of officials. He did have a couple of games at the last World Cup. And indeed has the last 2 Euros under his belt as well. He's from the Netherlands, and we have a Spanish VAR official. That is Carlos Tercero Grande. Very experienced in the VAR room. And let's hope we're not mentioning his name too frequently throughout the evening. What a stage for the USA to begin then. They have 17 players in their squad who play in top-flight European football. 9 of them start. And the biggest boost from Mauricio Pochettino is they include Chris Richards, who's recovered from that ankle injury that forced him to miss Crystal Palace's Conference League final success. The Fulham defender Tim Ream captains the team, and he becomes the oldest American player to play at a World Cup at 38 and 250 days old. Christian Pulisic again carrying those hopes. Paraguay, they get a first World Cup since 2010 when they were quarter-finalists. Their golden boy, Julio Enciso, does start. He was stretchered off in the penultimate warm-up game. The former Newcastle man, Miguel Almiron, is a 3-time Paraguayan Player of the Year. Omar Alderete at the back, a key component, of course, in Sunderland's qualification for Europe this season, while Diego Gomez comes into the competition on the back of 10 goals for Brighton in this campaign. The Americans desperate for a winning start. Final few words of encouragement. They have plenty of experience this time round. Paraguay, 16 years away from this stage. And their fans in Los Angeles today remarkably excited. And they have their own hopes. And as the countdown begins, it will be the United States to get us underway. The day they've been waiting for since Mauricio Pochettino arrived 22 months ago. Will this American positivity have the desired effect? It's the first of 78 games in the tournament to be hosted by the USA. Will it be a winning one? Danny Murphy alongside me. No complaints about the atmosphere and the emotion in the air.
Incredible setting, Steve. It's a wonderful place to play football, this stadium. The fans are up for it. It's full. Can't see many empty seats at all, which is great. And the expectation now for these players of the USA to try and perform under this pressure. in this spotlight, but they've got some good players. Looking forward to seeing them.
Well, he has only heightened expectation. He was saying last week that it's a bigger challenge than they thought. And we are looking at 2 of the 6 Argentinian coaches in the tournament. What an effect he's had, Gustavo Alfaro, since taking charge midway through qualifying. He's been beaten just once since he took the Paraguay job.
Earlier.
It's still particularly alive here, Caceres, and cleared in the end by Chris Richards.
It's a good run from Sanabria in that inside channel. Great pass forward as well from Alderete. Nice and positive early on. Look at that for a pass. Good touch.
Now then, they do have a long throw in the cavalry with Caceres. They use it to good effect. Headed away by Anthony Robinson of Fulham, and for the second time. Alderete. Honestly through to Matt Freaks, who's got the nod in the USA goal over the former Arsenal and Forest keeper Matt Turner. He made his debut a year ago. Here's Richards. What a big boost for all the American fans. He was the one they were all talking about. Didn't play in either warm-up game. This is Balogun. And that's comfortable in the end for Heel in the Paraguay goal.
Good ball forward again. I like to see that early in the game. Positive runs off the ball. Balogun nearly gets himself in. We know how he likes to run in those channels, running behind.
We may have another opening here. The former Arsenal man. Dest. The offside flag is up.
Two great examples early in the game of positive passes forward, a bit longer passes, but in behind, turning the back fours. He is off just by a yard there, Balogun. Well, I say back fours, it looks like USA might be a bit lopsided at times with Robinson bombing on and leaving a 3 at the back, but we'll see how that progresses.
That's certainly the word over here, that Mauricio Pochettino has brought much more tactical acumen to the United States setup. Anything beyond the last 16 would be considered a success. The last USA coach to achieve that was Bruce Arena back in 2002, when they got to the quarterfinals with the likes of Landon Donovan, Marcus de Beasley and Brian McBride. And that's why, Danny, this first game is so important for the hosts.
Massively. For the confidence, obviously, of the players. For the supporters to get on board with it, to get behind them. Especially with the new format as well, because if you can win that first game, all of a sudden the pressure is off really in the second and third game. You can maybe play a bit freer, but a bit more forward thinking, if you like. You're a bit more cautious in this opening game. You certainly don't want to lose it.
Here's Reed, making history tonight at 38 and 250, the oldest American to play in a World Cup. At Fulham in the end. He's now playing under Dean Smith for Charlotte FC over here. Freeman. Nice touch from McKennie, but too strong in the end. He's a wily old fox, the 63-year-old. He was at the last World Cup with Ecuador. Opened the tournament by beating Qatar. Sanabria beaten to that. And here's Dest now for America. Fair challenge on him. Enciso for Paraguay. And to Caceres. There goes Enciso again. It's a useful ball. Richards watched it all the way.
Good couple of minutes from Enciso. We've seen him before, obviously. Technically very good. Linked the play up well and then made that run down the right-hand side. It's a great ball in, actually. Richards clearing. So important to this defence. Been brilliant for Palace, hasn't he? Since he's gone to the club.
Another one of their efficient signings. Just £11 million he cost in the end from Bayern. Forward from Alonso for Paraguay. McKenna. Nicely done by the Juve player. Now Pulisic, first chance for him to get involved, and it might still come to something. It's an own goal. Bobadilla puts through his own net, and it's a perfect dream start for the hosts. Lift off in LA. Look at these scenes. They will take the strike of luck as America take the lead.
Two great bits of play in this goal. McKennie firstly with a great bit of skill and a switch out wide, and then Pulisic faced up with two of them. Great little burst, bit of skill, bit of confidence. Just there when you think McKennie should shoot, he tries to square it and not really sure what he's thinking there, putting it into his own net. Runs into it, doesn't it? It's Bobadilla. Two great bits of skill though. Nice confident play from the Americans. Started with McKennie in the middle of the park. We know he's a talent, but lovely bit of skill to switch the play. And then Pulisic, we know he's got that capability. Great start.
Well, if it could have got any louder in this wonderful arena, it just has. 7 minutes, that's all it took. And you have to feel for Damian Bobadilla of Sao Paulo. Awful moment for him. The USA themselves have gone 8 games without keeping a clean sheet. Robinson. Pulisic. First yellow card of the game. And it's shown to Caceres.
He's protesting his innocence. It was a great bit of skill again. We'll have a look now on the replay, but seems a little bit harsh. I think it's his first little free kick of the game, but nice and confident and positive again from Pulisic. I mean, he did lunge at him a little bit, didn't he, to be fair? Little nutmegs. I'm not sure that's a yellow.
And it does give the USA the set play opportunity. Malik Tillman of Leverkusen and Anthony Robinson of Fulham behind it. Square from Robinson. Adams. That's useful and inviting. Well defended in the end by Diego Gomez. They still haven't cleared Pulisic. Gomez in the end making another challenge for Paraguay.
Good ball in from Freeman. Really dangerous.
Here he is again, a player that moved to Villarreal in January. Dest. McKennie. Robinson in the end won that duel. Oh, that's nice. Balogun's on the move. He's got it here, Balogun. Cleared by Alderete. It's a good spell for America after the goal. Purists just overhit that one. Caceres is able to clear for Paraguay.
Confidence is up. Tillman, I think it was that time, with the beautiful little flick. Got the goal, everybody wants the ball. Everybody's thinking sharply and turning it round corners. It's a really good start from them.
Purists. Tillman fouled.
Just caught him with his right knee on the back of his left heel there. Good spot from the official.
Where's Bobadilla, the scorer of the own goal. Purists. It's a lively start. The former Chelsea player Tyler Adams couldn't get that under control though. The referee has spotted the use of a hand.
Pulisic has been electric, hasn't he, from the beginning. Taking responsibility when he gets the ball, taking risks. Exactly what you want from the most creative player.
We forget, we seem to be talking about him for that long. He's still only 27, Danny.
Yeah. Played a lot of games though, hasn't he? He's not quite fulfilled the potential everyone thought, or the level he might get to, but he's got some wonderful talent. Great feet. They're struggling at the moment, Paraguay, with the movement of Tillman and McKennie. They're both playing ahead of Adams at times and swapping their positions, sometimes left, sometimes right. They're getting in those little gaps. Two very technically gifted players.
Here's Enciso, looking to create the space for the shot, which he felt was deflected, and the Dutch referee didn't.
It's good feet. Nice and quick with his feet, just scuffs it a little bit. Yeah, he's right, it's corner.
Now that's a throw, and that's another potential long one from Juan Jose Caceres. This time it goes short to Cubas. Alonso. Overhit by Almiron, but Paraguay still get the throw. And it goes from Alonso. Almiron looking for the foul. Danny Michele, the Dutch referee, says get back to your feet.
Yep, agreed. Don't mind any ref that encourages the play when you get people falling over for a little touch.
Green. 83rd cap for him tonight. Robinson, lovely first touch. Oh, it's gone to Balogun. He in turn has found Dest. Balogun was waiting. And Paraguay survive, and America get a corner.
Well, it's more good football, but it's a terrible touch from Dest. All he's got to do is take a soft touch and side-foot it past the keeper. I'm not surprised Balogun didn't take it on himself, but that touch there gives the goalkeeper a chance. Getting overloads at the moment. Great rotation of positions from USA, causing Paraguay all sorts of problems.
Robinson's corner. Still potentially alive here. Back in from the Fulham fullback. Back in well. It's a free kick in the end. Alderete is the Paraguay player down. They're clashing with Richards.
Yeah, it looks accidental, doesn't it? Yeah. One of those things. Good pressure though, isn't it, from USA? That flexibility they've got now. Maybe Poch has got... He's responsible for that in many ways. You know, that ability to change with the ball, without the ball, the rotation of the front boys. It's good to watch.
Little work down there with Ream and Robinson. Did, of course, play in a World Cup. Need we be reminding, in 2002 for Argentina. And he brought down our good friend Michael Owen for the penalty. Which David Beckham dispatched, and he's actually in the crowd tonight, just across from us, sitting next to Tom Cruise, as you do. We couldn't squeeze him in up here anyway.
I'd rather be sitting with you than one of them, mate.
Of course you would. That is the right answer. Daniel, another 36 days together. Pulisic. It's a Paraguay throw.
Just got to try and regain some composure. Paraguay, they've been a bit all over the place. Get some possession, slow the game down a little bit, ease their way back in.
There's that long throw from Caceres again towards Sanabria, but didn't reach him. Composure from the fullback. Ream's block. And that's gone the way of USA.
Didn't seem to go out of play, did it?
Richards and Alderete, incidentally, are back on and okay. Here is the Palace man.
See, now we can see Robinson high on the left, Dest high on the right. That back four now becomes a three. And then in the middle of the pitch, you've got all this rotation of the midfield boys. Pulisic coming in off that left-hand side. Really difficult to defend against.
I must say, our vantage point high up here at this stadium is perfect for your tactical insight. Tillman on the run. Into McKennie.
The first 20 minutes has actually been a great example of how important it is to get players running past the striker. 3 or 4 times they've done it. They've got runners from midfield getting past the striker, which gives you options when you're playing forward and pushes the defence back.
Gomez, the captain. It's that intensity again from the USA. Ciso loses his appeal again. Green. Pulisic fouled. Fabulous first touch.
Fabulous run as well.
Pulisic once more. Freeman. Balogun. Couldn't quite find McKennie, and it's gathered by Heel, the Paraguay goalkeeper.
It's good play again. Nice and creative and bold with their runs forward. The two midfield boys right in close proximity to Balogun. Little intricate passes. The only small risk with that, if you've got two of your central midfielders getting forward to try and join the forward all the time, and you do lose the ball, you can be in trouble.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes.
There.
That's why I didn't go forward when I got older. Just stayed back. It's been an impressive start, I have to say. Full of confidence, good energy, and good quality, more importantly.
They've certainly got energy from this crowd. It's actually only the third time in LA that the USA have played in front of their own fans. So not only the opening game of a host World Cup, but a rarity in this part of California for them to see the national team play. Pulisic. And that is the first hydration break.
He was allowed to do something wrong because he's had a brilliant 22 and a half minutes.
He certainly has. And the USA, very good value for their 1-0 lead so far. And don't forget, of course, you can get involved in our World Cup coverage. Scan that QR code on your screen now. Head to the live page in the BBC Sport app for polls, updates and reaction. And while we have the break, let me remind you, on Saturday we have Brazil's first game as they open up against Morocco. That is a 10:30 p.m. start on BBC One. And then, as if you need a reminding, in the early hours of Sunday morning, it's a 1:10 start for Scotland as they play their first game at a World Cup since 1998 against Haiti. So Gustavo Alfaro using the opportunity here for some words of encouragement.
Well, it's a good time for them to have a break, that's for sure, because they're struggling with the movement and the quality of the Americans. They might make a little switch just to try and get back in the game, maybe go to a more orthodox 4-5-1, leave striker isolated, maybe putting Ciso wide, or even drop him in a little bit and try and get on the ball, get them on the ball off the back players, because he's capable.
That's the unfortunate moment for Bobadilla that separates the two teams at the moment. They are typically a team that don't concede many, Paraguay. Clean sheets have been very important to Alfaro since he took charge. Well, they managed to beat Brazil and his native country Argentina at home.
They have struggled at times to score goals, though, haven't they?
Yeah.
I think they got 14 and 18 in the qualifying. That's not particularly productive. But we'll have to take a risk at some point in this game. But at the moment, you feel like they've just got to concentrate on staying in it. Stem the flow of American attacks.
So Orlando Gil, who plays his football in Argentina, the Paraguay goalkeeper, ready to get us back underway. Robinson played every minute in Qatar 4 years ago. Purists onside. He's found McKennie. Tyler Adams. This is useful, and that's 2-0. It's Balogun.
I think he's going to be off from the original.
Yes, the flag has now gone up. It was a very late flag.
It was very late, but it did look off from where I was. We've got a great angle up here. We'll have a look now. Yeah, he's a good 2-3 yards off, isn't he? Pulisic, I think it is.
Extraordinary late flag, actually.
Bizarre. Good finish, though. He might have been half a yard himself, to be honest, even for the goal, but it was the one before, wasn't it? The fact it was so obvious makes it stranger that he didn't put his flag up earlier.
So that isn't his 10th goal for the USA, and that is a huge relief to Paraguay. Cannot get into this game at the moment. Alderete. Enciso. That's gone America's way. Freeman on the other end of it. Cubas for Paraguay. From the captain Gomez. Well defended there by Alex Freeman. And I was making that point before the game, Danny, with America now. 17 players in Europe's top leagues, 9 of them starting. They look a more experienced outfit, don't they, than the ones we've seen in the past.
Absolutely. They do look composed. Look like they're dealing with the occasion really well, and that's because of the amount of... Here goes Pulisic.
This is promising again. Is it this time? It is! Well, he didn't need a second invitation. Following Balogun. And now he can celebrate. And now USA are 2-0 in front. The man who got 19 this season for Monaco has his 10th for his country. And he has a World Cup goal.
Again, it's a good run forward from Pulisic. Makes the right decision with a great pullback. And for a man of Balogun's class and quality, he's never going to miss that. But that ball from Robinson getting Pulisic away, again, nice and positive and direct. Not too many passes in his own half, but the run from Pulisic again, terrific. Comes to feet, spins him behind. They haven't been able to handle him at all. He's come inside, he's gone out wide, he's joined Balogun, he's dropped in. He's been absolutely terrific.
Well, they are more than in their stride, the hosts here. And Balogun, who did play for the England under-21s, before following the country of his birth. He's on the score sheet and he's in the penalty area again here. Desperate defending from Bobadilla. Obviously Pulisic up against Caceres there, who's the man on the yellow as well. The Paraguay right back. McKennie. Chasing shadows, Paraguay at the moment.
They are. And that's mainly down to the quality and speed of thought and decision-making from the American players. They're trying. The system's helping USA as well. It's very fluid, very flexible.
Freeman.
He's looked sharp, hasn't he, Balogun?
Very.
Really sharp, really confident. Coming off the back of a good season.
Here goes Robinson. Just trying to keep his feet. Couldn't find Pulisic. Tillman. Oh, he went one more. Richards with the interception. Almiron. Now Dest for USA. Home supporters enjoyed that piece of skill. Good advantage from the referee. Pulisic up against Caceres again. And he's beaten him again. Balogun couldn't quite get the contact. It's relentless from America, though. Dest. Cleared by Gomez. It's coming straight back at Paraguay.
Too easy for them, isn't it? Caceres is having a really difficult time. I know he's got a tackle in there, but he needs help. For fullback struggling against such a quality winger, you've got to get help over to him. Got the wide man in front. Gomez getting back in, doubling up. Got to try and do something. Or you change the system and go to 5 at the back so he can get really tight and have a centre half covering him. Can't let that carry on for the rest of the game because he is getting past him every time he goes up one-on-one against him. And actually, Caceres, to be fair to him, at times he's got Robinson on the outside of him as well.
Mechanic. His run wasn't picked up. That didn't reach Balogun. It has reached Tillman, and that was an important block from Andres Cubas for Paraguay, and it's a USA corner.
Again, the running off the ball from midfield players into channels takes energy, willingness to run in beyond, to run in behind, to give options to the man on the ball. Fantastic.
Tillman of Leverkusen to deliver the USA's second corner of the game. Over Ream into Richards. Wasn't too far away.
It was quite a way out, wasn't it? Keeper had it covered, I think, anyway, but we know he's good in the air.
Saw one for Dest.
It's been really obvious to see from Pochettino the difference when they have the ball and when they haven't got the ball. The changes in system. You know, when they've got the ball and Robinson flies on and Dest keeps his position out here wide. Got Balogun leading the line, and then the three behind taking control of the game. Tillman, McKennie and Pulisic. And then when they defend, they tend to go back to a back four, don't they? Tillman drops in next to Tyler Adams. And then they've got a good shape about them. Yes, the quality they're up against isn't brilliant, but still impressive to see how they've adapted to being on and off the ball so quickly, so easily in such an important game, because it can go wrong when you do try and do that. That's why we don't see many teams do it very often.
Absolutely. You can see the Pochettino stamp on this team tonight without a shadow of doubt. Gomez with the header. Safely back from Ream. Balogun was caught there. Saw one for him. Pochettino's out of his technical area down there, upset at this challenge. Let's have a look.
We can't see it properly from that angle, did we?
Here's Dest. Oh, he's done really well again. Went past Alonso as if he wasn't there.
Did the hard work, didn't he? Beat his man so easily, and then actually picking someone out was the easier part of the equation. It fires it straight at the goalkeeper.
from Alderete. Ream recovered.
Really offered very little, haven't they, Paraguay, apart from that early little burst in the first few minutes. Once Sanabria got inside that inside left channel, other than that, it's been really poor.
Pulisic trying his luck again, and that's gone against the American that time. They have, but I have to say, being inside this stadium, Danny, the energy which nearly 60,000 Americans are giving their team is incredible. It must be difficult for a team playing against the host in the opener in this scenario.
Absolutely. The thing is, the American team has actually given the crowd plenty to be energized about from the positive start they made. Real intent, forward passing quickly, runners in behind like we talked about, the pressing. It's kind of give and take with the supporters sometimes. Yes, there was an energy, but it's got even more because they've played so well.
Left McKennie a little short there. Dest, here goes Enciso for Paraguay. Fabulous recovery from Freeman. Pulisic. And America can try and build again. Dest. McKennie goes on past him. This will be a fabulous goal if there's anything at the end of it. Heel with the save. Paraguay survive again, just. But for how much longer?
Again.
Freeman.
It was McKennie and Tillman again. Brilliant runs, really pushing them back, trying to get in behind. I mean, McKennie's made 8 or 10 of those. I'm not sure he's going to be able to carry on doing that in the second half. He's just had a breather a second ago, hands on his knees. Don't blame him, he's been terrific. And Tillman as well, he was in there ready for the tap-in. And that comes from the manager, giving them the freedom, insisting that they do it. Get yourselves in the box, go and win the game, go and score a goal. Instead of the cautious approach, you know, we see so often.
Tillman. Disappointed he didn't get the foul. Sanabria for Paraguay, he does get the foul. Richards the offender. Final minute of normal time in the first half of the opening game for these two nations. Ream lost his footing and still managed to improvise. Tyler Adams of Bournemouth. Maybe another 5 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. Which the USA supporters don't want to end.
No, they're good value for the 2-0. Could even be more. They've been terrific. Good quality mixed with great energy and willingness to get in the box, get crosses in. Really gone after Paraguay, and they've got their just desserts, rewards, I should say. Just desserts. Oh, I'm getting peckish already. It's that time of day, isn't it?
Floated in by Robinson and held by Heel. resisted the desserts so far on this trip.
I was just thinking that, so have you, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been two good little boys.
There's time yet, there's time yet.
And Cisa. That's gone the way of Paraguay.
It's a fine head of hair from Poch, isn't it? I'm not jealous.
It's a slightly different look from the former Spurs manager. The look of his team is very positive at the moment. Here comes Matt Fries, who's been a virtual bystander in this first half, the New York City goalkeeper. Alonso. Given away by Alderete. McKennie. Thought long and hard about his options.
Should have hit it. It was there to be hit.
Cugas with the clearance. Again, Paraguay losing possession cheaply.
But again, McKennie's in there. It's that willingness to run off the back of people time and time again. Yes, poor defending, someone's got to track him, but he keeps getting himself in there. I thought he was there to be hit.
Freeman. Dest. Freeman once more. Again, McKennie was the target. Alonso's clearance. They just cannot get out here, Paraguay. And again, no out ball.
We talked about the quality of America, but we're also talking about the physicality. I mean, they look physically stronger than Paraguay. They look quicker, more powerful.
Balogun away from Alderete. Balogun again! Two for him, three for the United States, who are in dreamland to the end of this first half. What an opening script from the hosts. Look at these scenes. What a flying start. And after 16 years away from the World Cup, a very different emotion for Paraguay, who now trail by 3 goals to 0.
Well, there's another great run. He's onside. Lovely little pass as well. But when he gets in here, look how sharp he is. Composure. What a finish that is, by the way. That's a striker full of confidence. Beautiful. Stays nice and strong there. Stays on his feet as well. Doesn't try and go down. Super technique. Best goal of the night. He's been electric as well. They've been really, really good. USA have been really good.
And that was quite literally the last kick of an unbelievable first half for America. Paraguay left to reflect on that. 2 for Balogun after that own goal from Bobadilla after 7 minutes set the tone. And they have blown Paraguay away. Half-time here in LA. USA 3, Paraguay 0.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Danny. We'll talk more to Danny in a little while. I can't believe that you doubted that they might win the World Cup.
I've absolutely changed them. I think they might win it. I think Pochettino knew something we didn't. They've been brilliant.
They have scored more goals in the first half this evening than they did in the whole of the last World Cup in Qatar when they played 4 games. They have been absolutely sensational.
From minute one, they have just blown Paraguay out the water. Their intensity, their passing, their connections, their runs, and also just the way that they can kind of fluidly move through formations, I really like. So, yeah, unbelievable. Danny mentioned it at the end of commentary as well. They look really fit, don't they? And really strong. They're looking. Yeah. I know it sounds daft because you would hope that your squad arrives in peak condition for a World Cup. Yeah. But they look incredible.
Yeah, impressive the way that they've gone about it. Like you said, from minute one, Danny said it in commentary, the willingness to keep running forward, to keep running off your midfielder, keep running and beyond, the desire that they're showing, the way they win the ball back quickly, not letting Paraguay settle. And they've done that for 45 minutes. I think they've been so impressive, as you said, tactically. They've done everything right. Let's
look at the goals then, one by one. There was a bit of fortune with the opening goal, but it was a great move.
It was a really good move. McKennie's been so good this first half, along with Tillman and Adams in the midfield, but a little bit of skill there out to Pulisic, and he's been on fire. There's something in water. He's had a good breakfast, I would say, Pulisic. Obviously, good fortune for the USA, but it's just really good movement. They're stretching the play, but then you need a little bit of skill as well, and Pulisic absolutely blows them out of the water. A little bit of fortuitous, but you need a bit of luck, don't you?
Yeah, and it's a change of pace of Pulisic that he's shown, especially in this goal, but all half, where he slows down Cáceres and then goes straight past him. Cáceres obviously on a yellow card, so he doesn't want to touch him for the rest of the half. But he was the driving force, him and McKennie, that started this whole performance for USA.
Because you actually saw there, didn't you, various themes of that play in the first half. You talk about Pulisic, but also the space that McKennie was finding as well.
Yeah, so with the running in behind the defence, and that's what it causes doubt. If you're a midfield player and the opposite midfield player's running in behind you, you don't know whether to pass him to the defenders, whether you should stay with him. That little bit of hesitation creates gaps. They've got Dest high out on the right. They've got Robinson high out on the left. Pulisic just in that little inside 10 position. So the Paraguay midfielders are just all looking around. You can see them throwing their arms up. They're not sure who to mark. And like you said, the fluidity in the way that if it's Robinson wide or Pulisic wide, the other one goes inside. You've got a focal point in Balogun who's holding the ball up and running in behind. So all of it's clicking for them.
Let's look at the second goal then, and that's Balogun.
Yeah, I just mentioned him. I think he's been excellent. It probably took him a little bit longer to get into the game, but there's that running behind again that we keep talking about, mostly down the left. Balogun's really clever and patient here, and he just waits out. He doesn't go to the front post like most strikers are taught to do. He actually holds out, which is really difficult to defend. There's a little bit of a touch, but he arrives and stays calm and makes a finish look very easy when we've seen these be missed. So good patience with Balogun. They're getting down the sides again, like I said, especially that left. They've been really strong. Robinson and Pulisic down the left in behind has been really strong for them.
It's a great finish, that, isn't it, where he opens his body?
Really good finish. And, like, sometimes you would think that you're going to kind of snatch that and maybe really strike it with your laces, but the fact that he's just opened his body up and just side-footed that in, and he's cool, calm and collected, and he's been like that all game, a great focal point, but then when you just needed a bit of calmness, lovely finish.
But this run in the channel as well for the third.
Oh, I feel like his running's been really good, really unselfish at times as well. And, yeah, just runs off the shoulder of Alderete here, and he rides the challenge, and then a little kind of touch inside. But to wrap your left boot around that is really difficult to hit that into the top corner. Times his run to perfection, and then just lets that ball go through his legs, rides the challenge, another touch, and it's just such a sweet finish, and right towards the end, and he really did deserve that goal.
That's a great finish.
Yeah, great finish. We was all just talking about how good he's been as he scored this goal, and it was like that was just the icing on the cake. But I actually fancy him to go on and go and get his hat-trick now because he looks so threatening.
But as you both said, he's done a bit of everything for them, and then that allows either his teammates to find space off him or play into him or go long to him because he's been great.
Yeah, and as a central defender, it's easy when your forward's one-dimensional. What we're going to see here now is a little bit of everything. That's McKinney running off his midfielder, but Balogun goes as well. He could stand and watch McKinney, but he doesn't. This is early on. He gets his shot off. Here, we just highlighted him here. Robinson comes inside. He wants the ball in behind. He doesn't get it on the first one, but he's bright. And then I think he makes the right choice there, past the Dest, who has a bad touch, unfortunately. He could have shot Balogun. He's always on the move. He's always on the shoulder, willing. This and that one goes in, that one's disallowed. We're just highlighting there, this is the goal that we saw before. Great run into out from Pulisic, just holds his position, and as Ellen said, really clever, composed finish. This one, again, it's the timing of his run. The timing of his run is brilliant. Then he keeps his composure, and that is some finish.
Is he unmarkable at the moment on the way that he's playing here?
Yeah, what you definitely need at least two of you. I think where Paraguay have suffered is because they're trying to deal with it on their own individually, and the way the USA are playing with their movement and fluidity and flexibility, they need to do it as a whole unit, as a team. And unfortunately for them, they haven't been able to get together. But as a centre-back, it'd be very difficult because he's holding the ball up, he's going in behind, he's coming deep, he's coming late. You're hoping for the best at times like that.
And just because it's the law at the end of this season, we have to talk about set pieces, obviously. And they have even carried a threat from set pieces as well.
Yeah, they've got a lot of height, obviously, in their back line with Ream and obviously Richards. And I feel like, you know, they've got great delivery. They keep it alive in the box. Lovely kind of dinked cross in there. And Richards is first to that one. Obviously, a bit of a clash of the heads there. But thankfully, they're both OK. But, yeah, to have a bit of tenacity and hungry as well to get on the end of something, but to have that kind of tool in your box for set pieces as well, I think is vital in a tournament as well. But yeah, he looks up for it as well, Richards.
You sense, given the way they've played, that they won't let up in the second half, don't you?
No, I was just saying that they do have, with a 3-0 cushion, you'd feel that they've got the ability to let up or maybe rest some players. I think they're enjoying themselves. I think they're doing exactly what the manager wants, what the crowd wants. The crowd are behind them. I think they'll keep pushing and try and get more goals.
Gabby, who did Canada-Bosnia earlier, has already sent me a message going, she's gone early here and said, not only is it the best game so far, she thinks it will be the best group game of the whole World Cup. She's gone early there.
As early as Pochettino.
She's gone as early as Pochettino and you. Let's head back to LA. Danny Murphy there to talk to us as well. How much have they surprised you, Danny?
A lot. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. It was a brilliant performance. OK, Paraguay haven't been great, but the movement, the energy, the quality, the rotation, just really, really good quality mainly. And I've never seen I don't remember a game watching so many players run off the ball in behind, keep making runs even when they don't get it. McKennie's been doing it. Tillman's doing it. Pulisic, his movement's phenomenal, by the way. You can see it, obviously, sometimes when you're at the game. You know, he's doing it early, he's coming to feet, he's spinning, then he's doing the opposite, he's coming off that left side when Robinson goes forward. So there's so much to admire. I think the most admirable thing is the difference when they've got the ball and when they haven't. I talked about it in commentary, but it's so well coached. You know, they've not done that by accident. That's Poch constantly drilling it in. Right, when we've got the ball, Robinson, you fly forward. Pulisic, you can come inside and get close. McKennie and Tillman have just been non-stop joining Balogun, and you've already highlighted the quality Balogun gives them, leading the line, coming to feet, going in behind it. They look a really dangerous team, and they look fit, they look sharp, they look hungry.
We were saying that in the studio, how fit and energetic they look, but also you and Steve made the point in commentary about how they also seem to be harnessing the energy of that crowd. You know, we made a big thing last night when doing Mexico, South Africa, of talking about the atmosphere in the Azteca. It would be unfair to not highlight that this stadium hasn't got that same history, but you can feel the energy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you saw the confidence grow. I mean, they got the first goal, crowd were up, the noise was electric in here. and then all of a sudden you're getting flicks around the corner, everybody wants the ball, and it's what happens when you're playing well. The crowd get behind you, and then they get even more excited because you're playing with more confidence. So it works both ways, but it's going to be a difficult play. I mean, if they get to play here again, but this is an intimidating stadium when the majority of the crowd are for you. That's for sure.
Danny, thank you. Second half on the way. If you are planning on having no sleep during this World Cup, there's plenty more for you to find on iPlayer.
Long before Messi and David Beckham, the NASL ran its own razzmatazz.
Soccer!
Showbiz.
What's that?
A big-time glamour league with the greatest footballers on earth.
Jules Best, Pele.
They had the swagger.
It was just genius.
A whole new ball game.
Why are we trying to reinvent it?
It's America, baby. That's what they do.
Pitch invasion.
That's a dope pass goal.
How the USA changed soccer. Watch all episodes on BBC iPlayer.
Here are all the games coming your way over the next 24 hours or so. So later tonight, Saturday night, 8 o'clock, Qatar, Switzerland is on Sounds. Actually, I'm saying the days as much to remind myself where we're at as anybody else. Brazil as well tonight, 10:30, BBC One taking on Morocco. And then after that, so Sunday morning at 1:10, Kelly will have all the build-up to Haiti against Scotland, and Australia against Turkey follows that. That's at 4:45. You can listen to it again on 5 Live and Sounds.
Bring on the crowd pleasers.
Players, every move you have made has led to this.
I don't think I've seen anything so cool in my life.
No brakes on this, boss, is there?
From underdogs to fan faves.
Oh! Can everyone please stop kicking balls at my head?
Keep everyone entertained beyond the final whistle on BBC iPlayer.
So this time tomorrow we'll be in the thick of Scotland against Haiti, their first match at a World Cup for 28 years. All the build-up from 1:10 on BBC One. Let's hear from Steve Clark.
Obviously, we know the last two tournaments haven't gone the way that we wanted the tournament to go. We have another chance, and that's credit to the players that they keep qualifying for these major tournaments. It's great to be here, but we also want to do something special. I think it's important we respect the opposition. We make sure we're properly prepared, which we are. We know it's going to be a difficult game. First time in 28 years that we've been there. I think first time for Haiti since 1974. They're also a proud nation. They're going to be here 100% committed, the same as we are. We respect their abilities on the pitch. They are very dynamic players, especially the attacking players, so we have to be careful.
How's Scott McTominay? We know he missed training and was back today. How's he feeling? Do you
Perfect.
think he's going to be
Perfect, ready to go. Now, we're delighted with Scott's abilities and what he can bring to the team, but we're going to need another 15 that bring the same if we want to have a positive tournament.
If you were in this Scotland squad, would you be thinking perfect first game?
No, I don't think it's the perfect first game. I think it's a tricky first game. But it's one that I think it's a must-win for them already, looking at the other teams in the group. But it's not going to be an easy game, I don't think. Because
we've been saying as well this week, you know, the Euros took the wind out of their sails because they played the host in the first game and got thrashed by... A bit like what's happening to Paraguay, actually, tonight. And you can get yourself in that situation, and before you know it, the wind has gone out of your sails at a tournament.
Yeah, and obviously that puts you on the back foot for the next couple of games. So that, you know, for Scotland, they just need a positive result, get points on the board, that momentum, that confidence within the squad. And yeah, I think they've got an unbelievable squad. That togetherness, that grit, that determination. So all that together, they could put on a great performance.
You'd prefer it though to Brazil first, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, of course, out of that group, you would choose Haiti to get points on the board, which is you want your first win as soon as possible. I just don't think it's going to be as easy as maybe we think it is because it's Haiti. But if Scotland plays, it's on Scotland's terms. So if Scotland play as good as they can, they beat Haiti. Now, if they come out and they're a little bit nervous or sluggish, Haiti might be that team that just sting them and then they are really behind because they've got two other teams that are really good.
And actually having Scott McTominay back, fitness, having had that virus, is crucial to them.
It's huge for them. He's huge for them in midfield, scoring goals, that connection in midfield for obviously the front line as well. But yeah, it's a massive positive that he's back.
Just give you one line of news from the England camp, which is the FA at the moment are trying to establish what has been stolen after vehicles carrying some of England's equipment to their Kansas City training ground was broken into. I think they're believed to have lost some balls and some boots. The equipment was due to be in place in time for the team's arrival later today. So we've just got that from the England camp. Bearing in mind, you can finish third in a group, going back to this game now. Paraguay, in some ways, could shut up shop if they want. They can still qualify because of that third place. It's still rescuable, but not if they get whooped 5 or 6. It would be harder.
No, I think it's damage limitation now for them. It's they try and score a goal and try and keep a clean sheet in this second half, and that is literally it.
Substitutes have been made. Let's get the details as we head back to Danny and Steve.
Thanks, chappers. Well, Christian Pulisic rested for the USA. That is Sebastian Berhalter, the son of the former coach Greg, who's on for the second half. Heavily linked at the moment, incidentally, with a move to Derby County as Paraguay get us underway in the second half. They have introduced Brazilian-born Maurizio at half-time, who's recently converted to Paraguay because of his grandmother. He's on for his 4th cap. And the USA lead at half-time by 3 goals for the first time ever in a World Cup game. Alderete. Balogun is still on 2 goals. Let me tell you, there's only one American ever that has scored a World Cup hat-trick, and that was back in 1930 when the USA actually played Paraguay. The way he was performing in that first half, you will fancy a bit of history there. In fact, there's only been 5 hat-tricks in World Cup history from host players. That's for Robinson to chase.
Doesn't look like Paraguay have made a tactical change. Just Almiron's come on to the right. Mauricio's gone on to the left. Similar system. It surprises me a lot.
Tillman's throw. There he is, Balogun. Well, he's 1 goal away from absolute USA history.
Great ball.
Ciso.
Oh.
Almiron. Caceres with the cross, Ream with the outstretched leg. It's back to Almiron. Actually hit his own player, Sanabria.
Gomez and Balogun having a little bit there. Gomez not happy. A little bit of each other's shirt there, wasn't there? No wonder he's disappointed.
Ooh. Well, that was loose from Freeman. Now, can Paraguay profit? Ream's come across. And he got the all-important deflection there, Tim Ream.
Well, Pochettino's off the bench because he's not happy. Silly mistake. Last thing you want to do is let him back in with a silly mistake. We know Gomez can score from those type of angles. Got a hell of a shot on him.
So Paraguay have their first corner of the game. USA have everyone back to defend it. It's gone short. Alderete might fancy a crack. Flag didn't go up, not yet anyway. Away by Balogun. Caceres. Almiron away from Ream. And the referee has shown a yellow card to the USA skipper.
I think he must have caught him because he's not protesting too much, and also Almiron claimed straight away, so we'll have a look now.
He didn't, did he?
Don't think so. What can you say? Considering he didn't do much, he took it well, the yellow, didn't he?
Well, they've got to maintain their concentration levels. That one, Matt Fries, not been tested at all so far this evening. In from Encisa. Away by Robinson.
He actually took that off his own man.
What's the referee stop play for here?
Don't know.
It's a VAR intervention.
Mistaken identity.
Is he going to book Almiron for diving instead of Tim Ream?
Yes. Good spot. And the right decision, I might add. I was going to have a look at it.
You won't need to look at it long.
I'm not sure why they've sent him. Maybe that's just procedure with some of these new rules, but it's the right choice. It's the right decision. It's the main thing. I was giving him. Oh. He's got a red card in his hand.
Danny McKaylee has cancelled Ream's yellow. And he's shown a second yellow, has he?
No, he just had the red in his hand. It looked like he was going to do something with it.
I was going to say because it was Caceres that was booked, not Almiron.
Review, clearly visible, no contact, simulation by attacker.
They got there in the end.
Yellow card, free kick.
Maybe they should put the cards in different pockets.
Yeah.
Paraguayan commentator to our right, when he pulled out the red card, his head in his hands. And you and I looked at each other and thought, well, he isn't in the book. He can't be sent off for simulation.
I think
anyway,
any adaptation of the rules that means diving gets more punished is good.
Absolutely. That is a good use of VAR. Because, as we both correctly said, Ream didn't touch him. Anyway, glad that's cleared up.
He's done well staying on the pitch, really, Caceres, the right back. He's had a tough evening.
Well, that was loose. Straight to Tillman. Oh, and he tried to roll it into Serginho Dest.
He's got to be more ruthless and selfish there. I think he's got a great opportunity just to whip one in either corner, get himself on the score sheet.
Orlando Heel in the Paraguay goals, a relief man. Tillman.
Oh,
Balogun.
No.
Well, it was a sharp turn. He's looking at the Dutch referee. Sounds like your gut instinct was no. What do you think now?
No. I think he stands his ground. I don't think that's a penalty.
Dest.
I can see why he appealed for it. He's desperate for the hat-trick. Can't blame him.
And history.
Yeah.
Dest. McKennie. He's enjoyed himself so far.
He has. He's been really good. Get up.
It's a USA free kick. Tyler Adams, the man down.
He's a tough lad, good player. Done a brilliant job for Bournemouth this season. Not like him to over-exaggerate a fall, to be honest. Give him the benefit of the doubt. No, I won't.
And Cisa. Tillman out to Robinson. Brilliant from the Fulham fullback. Cross too strong for Balogun. Tillman's effort blocked.
Good numbers was getting in the box, wasn't there? Robinson did his bit of skill to get down the outside. There was four players busting their guts to get in there and try and score.
Paraguayan frustration is evident down there. But they don't want to get embarrassed here. They don't want to take a beating.
No, you want to show some pride, don't you? Some fight. They started the second half okay. They've been a bit better, a bit more adventurous, but the quality of this American side is too much for them. They can't cope when they keep coming with their attacks. The 1v1 situation, defensively, they're struggling.
Giving the ball away cheaply at times as well.
Problem for Poch, of course, is just when does he bring his best players off? When does he think ahead to the next one?
Well, he removed Pulisic at half-time, wrapped him in cotton wool. Here's Dest. He's got his team a corner. That's the third for America so far. Paraguay have already had twice as many attempts in the second half as they did in the first. But they've got another corner to defend here. In towards Ream. flicked away by Maurizio. And that was a yellow card brandished for Tyler Adams.
Silly really, isn't it? 3-0 up.
Foul on Enciso, who's now playing his football under Gary O'Neill at Strasbourg, who he hoped into the top 8 in France this season, and of course to the Conference League semi-finals. Still only 22. Here come the USA again. Balogun waiting patiently in the middle. Too strong for him, off Caceres. Tillman. And Tillman again.
It's unlucky. Great little link up. Love that from Tillman. As a midfielder. Into your striker and then follow your ball. Nearly get... Did get caught.
Green. Silky from the 38-year-old. Here they come again. McKennie dashed high up on this right-hand side. Didn't reach Balogun. Berhalter. Tillman. Paraguay making another change. And removing Sanabrio's had very little to feed off tonight. Alex Arce, the 30-year-old, is on in his place. Plays his football in Argentina, his 16th cap. Dest. And that was Alderete on Balogun. Referee was happy with that challenge. Here's Dest again. Oh. It's still alive, Robinson. Losing out to Caceres.
It's good intensity from America. The easy option would have been to slow the tempo down and keep the ball and drop in and protect what you've got, but they're going for it. Enjoying themselves, as they said in the studio at half time. They're right. They are enjoying it. Why not? Why wouldn't you be? Beckson, Cruz, Bauer and Murphy. It's not got the same ring, has it?
There's Balogun. Oh, well, Tillman wanted that across the face. He was looking for Berhalter again.
I think he'd prefer to have been on the end of his own pass there. Another great run from him, though. He must be thinking, Pochettino, although we want him to get the hat-trick, protect him.
Strangely enough, Balogun won't be thinking that, will he?
No.
Almiron, 6 years a Newcastle player, back in this country with Atalanta United, from whom Newcastle signed him in the first place. And Cisse.
Nice.
What's the next trick? Going for goal himself. Wild effort from Diego Gomez.
It's good. Good run from Cisse. Nice and positive, good skill. Glides with the ball, doesn't he? He's got nice feet. And when it comes out to Gomez, we've seen them, obviously, for Brighton, score some wonderful goals. Wasn't meant to be.
That's he scored against Brazil in the qualifiers, Diego Gomez, in that victory. Alderete's header. Berhalter. Balogun caught again. Referee waves play on again. McKennie.
He's all right.
Adams. First time Balogun, incidentally, has scored 2 goals for his country, let alone 3. And he's only ever scored 1 hat-trick in his entire career. That was in Ligue 1 for Reims against Lorient. This is a slightly different stage, with the greatest respect to them. Here's Dest, and Balogun's waiting in the penalty area. Didn't reach him. Cleared by Gomez.
Berhalter's just come in, hasn't he, and sat next to Tyler Adams just to shore things up, let the other lads go and get on with it. They are missing that little bit of spark from Purists, but still making chances, still getting in behind, and just got that little bit of cover there in the middle of the park in case.
He was actually born in London, Sebastian Berhalter, whilst his father Greg was a Crystal Palace player. Cisse to chase, and talking of Palace players, impeccably timed by Chris Richards. Now, 1 goal away from history as well here, USA, because they've never scored 4 in a World Cup game. As we have the second half hydration break. Good opportunity to tell you, you can scan the QR code on your screen now, and you can have your say on the BBC Sports player rating. As, who has shined so far, obviously in the American team mainly. Danny?
Balogun to be the obvious one. McKennie, of course, showed some wonderful touches. Even Pulisic would still get some people's votes for that wonderful first half, but I'd be surprised if Balogun and McKennie weren't at the top of people's votes or thoughts.
Have your say now with that QR code on your screen, and let me remind you of the live games up and coming. A couple of belters for you. Brazil, Morocco on Saturday, 10:30 p.m. start on BBC One, and then in the early hours on Sunday at 1:10 the Tartan Army in Scotland against Haiti. We'll Well, Mauricio Pochettino will have wanted the same intensity. He's had it.
We just asked Balogun now if he was okay, and he was like, yep. What answer did he expect?
Well, he's a goal away from history. Pochettino much the happier of the two Argentinian coaches down there. Glance at the screen there from Balogun to see how long is remaining. No prizes for guessing what is at the forefront of his mind. And why not?
Well, he'll be thinking, won't he? I mean, he'll know the importance and the history that he'll be creating by doing it. It will start playing on his mind because he'll desperately want to be the. Well, he'll want the match ball, and he'll want the plaudits, of course, and he'll want to make history for his country. Who wouldn't?
Alonso's turn this time. Throw it long. Well defended by the USA. In particular there by Anthony Robinson. USA free kick. By the referee, who has utilised one of the 10 new rules tonight with that mistaken identity review.
Actually feel a bit sorry for the officials having to learn 10 more new rules.
Like Not to mention us.
Yeah, but we're not out there getting the flack, are we?
Ricardo Pepi and Timothy Weah are coming on, and that would suggest there is no history hat-trick for Folarin Balogun.
Shame. He's been brilliant, though.
Best is the first to depart. And Balogun the second. And most of this stadium are on their feet, applauding the man who played a couple of times in the Premier League for Arsenal. That successful loan spell at Middlesbrough as well. And Arsenal, remember, sold for £35 million, but he isn't going to be the hat-trick hero. Weah and Pepi. The 23-year-old of PSV, and he, like Balogun, on the back of a season where he scored 19 goals. And Ciso. Chance for Paraguay, 3-1.
Good finish.
And it's Mauricio, the half-time substitute. The Brazilian-born player who pledged his allegiance to Paraguay in his fourth cap has his first goal for his country. And they have reduced it to 3-1.
Well, that makes it a little bit interesting. Can they find some energy? He's onside with the long ball pumped up from the goalkeeper. Don't win the first header. Almiron does well, and then Ciso nice and calm. Here, the calmness, the little pass there. Maurizio finds himself on that left side where Weah's just come on and replaced Dest. So I'm not sure whether there's a lack of communication. Is it me? Is it... That can happen sometimes when you make the subs. He's obviously switched off for a second.
Well, it's a special moment for him anyway. Palmares, the 24-year-old. Paraguayan grandmother is the reason he's playing. That's been given straight to Tillman. Here's Tillman again. Straight at heel.
What is Pepe doing? He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper as a striker. He's got, what did you say, 19 goals this season?
Yep.
And he's reversed it back to the midfielder who's given it to it. He's in a better position. He didn't need to. It's too elaborate. Just finish it. Finish the game. You're the striker. You're in the better position. You've got more time, more space than Tillman. I mean, the finish was poor from Tillman. Don't get me wrong, but
lovely turn from the aforementioned Tillman.
No.
Can't find Ricardo Pepe. Almiron. Towering header from Richards. Weah. Tillman. American supporters just increased the decibel level. They'd love to see another goal. Remember, they've never seen their country score 4 in the World Cup. USA free kick. As the attendance is announced, which is over 70,000, almost 70,500 inside the Sophie Stadium. Hardly a spare seat in the house. A long list of celebrities in attendance as well. And thus Tillman. Weah. Oh, good effort. Fingertips of heel. He's given a goal kick.
Yeah, it looks like. Oh, he did save it, yeah, just about. Wasn't the firmest hand, actually. Just top of his fingers took it away from the goal. It was close. Good effort from Weah.
And 9 games without a clean sheet will be a little frustration from Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do think the substitutions just impacted them temporarily with the switch off, or the lack of communication on who was picking him up. And if they were to nick another one in the next 5-6 minutes, then we would have a game on our hands.
Indeed. Gomez out to Enciso. Diego Gomez once more. He was put under pressure from Pepe. Tillman driving. He's got the free kick, and here's another one who's been excellent tonight.
He's been terrific, yeah. Couple of times made the wrong decision when he's got in the box, but generally been really, really good. I think Gomez has got a fair argument there. That's the free kick that they gave him for, the little pull just before he carries on. It's not that.
That is Gustavo Velasquez. And we're also going to see Ramon Sosa and I think Alejandro Romero. It's going to be a triple change. Almiron and Caceres, the first two to go off. Gio Reyna is also being prepared down there by Maurizio Pochettino. They're furious because they can't get Romero on. Eventually they can, in place of Brighton's Diego Gomez. Berhalter's free kick. Well defended by Gomez. Back from Ream. Pepe again turning away from goal. He's still got it though.
It's a strange decision because he could have had a pop.
Now Tillman. And that's a goal kick.
Substitution for Paraguay. Number 8, Diego Gomez, is replaced by number 17.
Gio Reyna is going to be introduced by Maurizio Pochettino.
Could be for Tillman because he has covered a lot of ground. Been absolutely magnificent.
Indeed it is. Tillman who's departing. Leverkusen midfielder. Former German under-21 international. Equally, it's a terrific reception from the American supporters. We've got Lonesville Rangers as well, remember. And he's replaced by Reyna, who is going to win back some of the love 4 years ago. He was almost sent home, if you remember, from the USA squad because of behavioural issues. We had to do that with Danny almost 12 years ago as well.
What's that?
12 years ago with you.
Too old for bad behaviour.
And Cisa. Foul by Weir.
It's actually quite strong, the squad, isn't it, in some respects? When you look at Haji Wright on the bench, he's had a great season. Coventry, you look at Aronson at Leeds, who's been terrific. They've got some real good quality there.
Yeah, trusty of Celtic. And Ciso's free kick.
Good ball.
Richards did just enough initially.
Given
the flag is up, and now it's a USA free kick. He can't get that under control. Romero Camara coming for Paraguay. Richards in again. And Ciso, considering this week in the Paraguayan media, they thought he'd missed the game completely tonight. He's still going strong.
Yeah, he's looked sharp. He's been their best player, obviously, as you'd expect. Well, not obviously, but he is a quality player.
He's the golden boy of Paraguay, isn't he?
But considering he's been injured, I mean, you know, to come in and still play, but some magic moments, still goes past people comfortably. You can also see, can't you, why this American side relies on Richards a lot at the back. The athleticism, the aerial presence, plays out with the ball nicely as well. He's won a lot of admirers at Palace this season.
Heel falling back, the goalkeeper managed to clear. We're in. And Ciso yet again.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Tim Ream is the favourite. Nicely done by the USA. Paraguay free kick. Romero Camara with it. USA free kick for the foul on Adams.
Dear. When I said he was tough before, what is he doing? It's too ridiculous over-the-top dives from him. Doesn't need to do that. Terrific player. He's actually tough, quite tenacious in the tackle. And then he spoils himself by doing that.
Said to him when he went to bed last night, 3-1 Maurizio, take that.
Absolutely. I think the quality of the performance as well. The energy. All of it has been really good. With and without the ball, obviously the changes have not really helped. Lost a bit of rhythm and momentum, which is understandable. Oh.
No foul there, but Halter mopping up.
Did well.
And the foul on Reina. And actually, when you look back on the game, he could have scored a lot more than 3 goals.
Yeah. I mean, they had real spells of dominance where a game could have, well, we thought it was over at half-time, and it has been really. They've huffed and puffed a little bit, Paraguay in the second half, but yeah, could have had 5 or 6 comfortably.
So the substitute, the latest with the yellow card. Well, the omens are good because when the USA have won their opening match in 3 previous tournaments, they've always qualified from the group. Put themselves in a great position here for a 4th. Well, Ricardo Papi will be disappointed, to put it mildly.
Great run again. Lovely pullback. Just gets under it. Leans back a little bit on his weaker foot, I think. Great from McKennie again, though, wasn't it? that willingness, what we in 88 minutes to still be running in behind and try and make things happen.
Weir's been penalised. Paraguay free kick. Robinson in the way. Berhalter. Cappy tried to stay on side. Goalkeeper came to meet him. The flag hadn't gone up. Now the goalkeeper's out of his goal.
Oh, no.
And Berhalter couldn't score the fairy tale fourth.
No, it was there for him, wasn't it? Not easy when you're on the run, actually. Especially, I mean, he's done all right since he's come on. He probably thought that was his moment, but when you're travelling quickly to get the technique right, to get it under that bar in time, it's not easy.
It's another USA free kick as the ball goes up to indicate 7 extra minutes.
Caught him a little bit.
Pochettino's in trouble.
That must be for the goal. No? I'm confused with that one, Mr. Bauer.
They've got Pochettino back in his technical area down there. Robinson swings in the free kick. Defended by Gomez for Paraguay. Robinson once more. Oh, he's in here. Can he pull it across? He can't. Desperate defending and hooked away by Alonso. Weir. Well, they're finishing the game in the same manner they started it. Robinson towards Pepe. Almost dropped to Weir.
Well played.
And Cisa. Alonso's lost out there. And he knows what's coming next. Clear pull on Adams. This was the scramble.
Yeah, he's done well, hasn't he? He's got in some great positions, Robinson on the left-hand side. He just catches him there. High foot on Gomez. That's what they're looking at. I think this crowd can be delighted with what they've seen, that's for sure. Everything you want from a team in an opening game. Positive, creative, good energy. Tenacious winning the ball back, being brave on the ball. Lots to admire, lots to enjoy.
And as it stands, their biggest win in an opening World Cup game since 1930. Berhalter fouled. Romero Gamara. So is the time for a USA fourth. We've had 4 of the 7 added minutes. Reina. Ream out to Ware. It's for Pepe to chase. He got there in the end, Pepe. We are. Freeman. On goes McKennie. Got there as well, couldn't quite find Pepe. Alderete in the way.
Some energy, McKennie, you know. First game in a tournament when you haven't been, you know, playing properly and competitively for a good few weeks. He's looked super fit, great energy.
Adams. Weir's a long way out. That was blocked by Cubas. We'll listen to this now in the final few seconds. Suffice to say, the Los Angeles crowd have enjoyed themselves because of the performance of their nation.
Absolutely.
Final few seconds now. They scored right at the end of the first half. Ware, Pepe, Freeman, Reina, tried to guide it in. Gio Reina means the USA score 4 goals on a World Cup for the very first time, and it is the perfect beginning for the hosts here in LA.
Beautiful finish outside of the right foot from Reina. Lovely technique. Keeper should do a bit better, I think. Doesn't move his feet, but great technique, lovely finish. Just before that, he was actually having a row in the middle of the pitch, one of their players who bumped into him, giving him what for, and then he thought, you know what, I'll stop rowing, I'll try and get myself forward and get myself a goal. I was watching him. But yeah, super finish. We know he's been talked about for a long time with ability, attitude, which, you know, you have that with players. And that was certainly the finish of a Classy footballer.
And the finish of a hugely impressive outing from the United States. They've won it by 4 goals to 1. They've equalled their best ever World Cup win. And for the first time at a World Cup, they've scored 4 goals and on home soil to boot. Look at Maurizio Pochettino. He couldn't dreamt of getting off to a better start. Paraguay deservedly well beaten after 16 years away from the top table. Well, if expectations were bigger than ever, that performance and that result has only heightened them for the hosts. A fabulous atmosphere here in LA as well. It has finished USA 4, Paraguay 1.
Well, what a performance from Maurizio Pochettino's side there. What a